it normally means one thing. So the expectation is now that this goal will be ruled out, and that is extremely harsh. And Marco Silva is voicing his opinion to the fourth official already, and I'm in full support of Marco Silva. It's a crazy decision if this is disallowed. Rob Jones is telling players now to move away whilst he has a discussion with Michael Salisbury and makes a finalised decision. The decision is he's given the VAR signal, but he's not yet announced what the decision is going to be. He's discussing this with Michael Salisbury. It's a lengthy discussion at the moment, discussing it with the officials, and it's a look of displeasure from both Marco Silva and Josh King. This goal has been ruled out for a foul by Rodrigo Muniz on Trevor Chalobah. That will make headlines. It will be a huge talking point. That is extremely harsh on the Fulham striker. He's dragged the ball with his right foot, and as his right foot has then touched the ground, before it's done so, it's landed on the foot of Trevor Chalobah. It's an absolutely bizarre decision from VAR. It's led to a chuckle from Marco Silva, because at this point, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Well, VAR will be in the headlines, and not for the right reasons. Chelsea will have a free kick just inside of Fulham's half, and Josh King will have his goal ruled out in the most bizarre of circumstances. And the game will continue. And you've got to think of how that's going to affect Fulham now. They've had a goal disallowed. Rodrigo Muniz has indicated to the travelling Fulham supporters that they want that extra voice now, that extra support. They know they can go ahead and get themselves a goal, and they can't let this affect the approach in which they've already taken to the game. Marco Silva's looked towards his opposite dugout. Free kick played over. Tete heads it away. Nodded down by Caicedo. And Cucurella looks for the through ball to try and find a run down the left-hand side by Pedro Neto, but it's out of play for a goal kick. And Fulham now have gone from jubilation and excitement to disappointment. And they're absolutely astounded by the fact that they are not a goal ahead. And there's chance being made unfavourably towards the officials, and the goal kick will now be taken by Bernd Leno. There'll certainly be discussions if Chelsea go on and win this. Upfield it goes towards Muniz, away by Adebayo, headed down by Caicedo. It's now with King again on the edge of the area, dribbles this back inside onto his left foot, sends it goalwards. It's saved and held this time by Sanchez, who holds on to possession inside of the 6-yard box. And now we've got a Fulham player down inside of Chelsea's area, so the game will be stopped again, and we might have quite a lengthy delay to the end of this first half, as it's Rodrigo Muniz that's down on the ground waiting for physio support. We might well get Raul Jimenez seeing his 200th appearance for Fulham earlier than he expected. He's been sent to warm up. Rodrigo Muniz will now have a bit of time on the ground, and the physios are on the field just checking to see if everything's okay. Remember, we do have live unofficial coverage of the 3 o'clock kickoffs here as well. Thank you for choosing Flashscore as your coverage of the Premier League this Saturday afternoon. Manchester United take on Burnley. Tottenham could go to the top of the table this afternoon if they can get the win against Bournemouth, and they could stay there depending on what happens tomorrow between Liverpool and Arsenal. Just looking at the Premier League table as it stands at the minute, both Arsenal, Tottenham and Liverpool all sit on 6 points. Chelsea now on 5 points as it stands with the live league table. 2 more would of course shift them to the top, and Tottenham get the win. Arsenal, Liverpool draw against each other tomorrow. It leaves Tottenham at top of the Premier League table by close of play this weekend. Fulham with this point move up to 9th, but everybody below them of course still left to play, and plenty of sides could still finish this weekend in the bottom 5 of the Premier League table. We do have a bit of a lengthy break at the moment for Rodrigo Muniz, he's back to his feet and he's being assisted off by the physios. I'm not sure if a change is going to be required. He looked absolutely fine jogging to the sideline. He'll wait for Rob Jones to issue the instruction to bring him back on the field, but he's dropped the ball now for Robert Sanchez and we're back underway. Sanchez plays it short to Adebayo, out to Cucurella on the left. Cucurella's chip ball over the top. George is going to chase it, takes a bounce in into the arms of a rushing Bernd Leno. Rolls this out short to Bassi. Now to Sander Berg. Back to Leno again inside the 6-yard box. Short to Anderson just outside of his area to the right this time. Now for Tete. Down the line. Pass is made, but Neto gets there and knocks it behind for a throw-in. Throwing on the right hand side now for Tete to take as Muniz is now back on the field. Looks like whatever issue he had, it's not going to keep him out of the game. Reached the half-hour mark. Chelsea 0, Fulham 0. The scoreline taken by Tete now to Anderson. Cross it goes to Leno inside the 6-yard box. Played short to Bassi. Bassi under pressure inside his own area by multiple Chelsea players. He gets the clearance away. It's only 10 yards further forward and Gusto gets a touch, but it gets away from him and it's a throw into Fulham, and Bassi can count his lucky stars that wasn't another Chelsea chance. Fulham are really being put under pressure inside their own area at the moment, but they can't go route one because they're losing the ball there as well. Away it goes by Sessegnon, header won by Adebayo. Flicked on now by Estevao. Cross comes in from Gusto in towards the middle, trying to find João Pedro, won by Leno. Leno rolls this out short. Breakaway now for Lukic to make his way up towards the halfway line. He's got plenty of space. Switches this out to the left-hand side, finds some space here for Sessegnon. Brings this down very nicely with the lovely first touch just outside of the area. Can he get across into the box? It takes a deflection on its way through. Muniz gets there. It's saved point blank by Robert Sanchez and away by Chalobah up towards the halfway line. The flag now goes up in Chelsea's favour. Offside against Rodrigo Muniz. Made a near post run in his first touch from inside the 6-yard box. I don't think Robert Sanchez really knew anything about it. It's definitely the right decision. He is offside. But I think the deflection takes it into Muniz's favour. Otherwise it might have been reaching towards Josh King at the back post, and he was onside when the ball was played. Chalobah goes route one from inside his own area, headed on by Pedro, who receives a boot to the face from Sander Berg, and it's a free kick now. Did look quite dangerous, and Pedro's holding on to his face at the moment as he's gone down to ground, and Pedro Neto is saying that he wants the physio to come straight on. Sander Berg's gone across to make sure that everything is okay. Pedro will be getting back to his feet in just a moment. It looks like the shin and maybe even the boot has gone across the face of João Pedro. Just looking at the replays it's just caught him above the eye. Does look quite nasty. Nothing malicious intended by Sander Berg. The referee allows things to get back underway with João Pedro back to his feet. And a free kick in Chelsea's favour, and it was rightly so. Cucurella now through the middle. João Pedro comes short. He's pushed to the ground this time by Joachim Anderson, and a free kick's been given. Anderson walks away frustrated, making it very clear to the referee he is frustrated. Rob Jones just tells him to settle down as Gusto retrieves the ball just inside of his own half on the right-hand side up towards João Pedro. First touch tries to beat Calvin Bassi, gets himself between the player and the ball, and watches the ball out of play for a goal kick to Fulham, despite Pedro's best efforts. I'm not quite sure if this is going to be a short pass intended and attempted by Leno. Might choose to go route one just because of the pressure that Fulham are under inside their own area at the moment. Bassi has come short to take the goal kick, and he's played it 2 yards to his right to find Bernd Leno. And Leno under a lot of pressure taking this towards the edge of his 6-yard box. Left that very late to get the ball out from under his feet. And it's headed away by Chalobah, and the frustration is continuing to grow now for Fulham. As Lukic has gone up for a header this time with João Pedro, and the free kick's been given to Chelsea, and Lukic is the one walking away with, I believe, Bit of a thick lip. He received a hit from Pedro there. And the free kick's been given in Chelsea's favour. Now to Neto. Neto to Cucurella. Cucurella receives a late hit there from Sasa Lukic, and another free kick in Chelsea's favour inside of Fulham's half. It's a very stop-start game this at the moment. Rob Jones trying to get a handle of things, but these tackles are just all going in Chelsea's favour, and it's frustrating Fulham even further. Some of them are very much warranted. They are free kicks. Rob Jones is not letting anything run at the moment, and I think that's what's frustrating Fulham a little bit more. Mendes gets the ball short from Cucurella. Ball over the top. I'm not quite sure who he's seen, but it's gone behind for a goal kick to Fulham, and there was nobody in that area. I think he might have been expecting the run there from Esteban. He wasn't expecting the pass from his captain. More instructions were issued by Enzo Maresca. Short again from Bassi to Leno, who's left that quite late before getting the ball away. It's headed down by Adebayo again, flicked on by Gusto. Esteban's there, but so is Iwobi. He wins it back for Fulham, plays a short pass to Bassi, who helps it on its way back to his goalkeeper. Now with Leno again around the penalty spot, plays the short to his right. Now with Anderson. Anderson to Tete, down the touchline, finds Castagna. Castagna through the middle, Muniz has to come short for it. Adebayo wins the ball, and the referee says unfairly. It's a free kick now in Fulham's direction, much to the cheers of the Fulham fans. I feel like a lot of the decisions have gone against their side in this opening 35 minutes. Now to Bassi, just outside of the centre circle inside his own half.